Two schools separated by one freeway, less than 60 miles from each other. A long history of rivals in the state. It's Utah and UVU, the Wolverines and the Utes, next on UVU TV. It's a Saturday special on UVU TV and the WAC Digital Network. The Utes of the University of Utah travel down I-15 here on campus of Utah Valley University in Lockhart Arena to take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley. Hello, everybody. Alongside Kaylee Doxey, I'm Brandon Crow saying thank you for letting us be a part of your afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. It's in that in-between time on the WAC Sports Digital Network and UVU TV. Kaylee, it's early on in the season. It's the middle of the tournament, but anytime you get a team like Utah Valley playing against their own in-state rival like Utah, you feel like it goes up another notch, don't you think?
Absolutely. Anytime you play a school, in-state rival, big team, they're ranked right now, it always amps it up a little bit.
Now, Utah Valley has a little bit of unfinished business from last season. They lost in the championship match of the conference tournament. Coming into the season, ranked number 2 in the preseason polls. How do you think this is going to fare throughout the season?
Yeah, I think anytime you can have a preseason where you play tough teams to challenge you a little bit, and it gives you the opportunity to work out some kinks before you get into season against the WAC teams.
Well, one of the big, strong points for Utah Valley is Quinta, somebody that you've been around for quite some time.
Yeah, I was able to coach her in high school for a little bit. She's a super hard worker, great attitude. She leads the WAC right now with 93 kills in 6 matches, which is great. She's doing awesome as a sophomore right now.
Even though she's a sophomore, something that Coach Atoa attributes to her leadership as well.
Yeah, she's always been a good leader. She steps up, she gets the job done. She's a good kid to have on your team.
And flipping around on the other side for the University of Utah, Danny Drews is somebody who Coach Lanier has really looked forward to in moving her around wherever she wants, and she's fit that mold perfectly.
Yeah, she's left-handed, which is not as common to see as an outside hitter, but she's got a great line shot that she executes well. She was a second-team All-American. They've got a couple All-Americans on their team right now. She's going to be a threat this game for sure.
Well, no matter what, it's early on in the season, but it's still an in-state rivalry matchup. It's going to be electric here in Lockhart Arena, and we're going to have the action for you next on UVU TV, the WAC Sports Digital Network, and the KSL TV app as well.
In the WAC, we value sportsmanship on the field,
on the track, on the court, in the pool,
and in the stands.
We take pride in playing fair and being honest.
We honor the game by showing respect for our opponents,
the officials,
the fans, and our team.
Great sportsmanship is about keeping everything in perspective.
It's about taking ownership after a loss.
And being humble after a win.
We hope you'll team up with us by staying positive on the sidelines. Because great sportsmanship is what unites us.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
no, I'm fine, thanks.
It's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Lockhart Arena on the campus of Utah Valley University. Brandon Crow alongside Kaylee Doxey. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
University of Utah coming into this one undefeated on the season. Key players for both squads as we take a look at it. Kerber, Sage Torres, Michaela Jarema, and Bailey Christensen.
Yeah, I think Bailey's done a good job of bouncing back after an injury last season. She's not even wearing her knee brace anymore, and Michaela's, a big force to be reckoned with at the net. She's been blocking really well for UV.
Utah Valley coming into this one fresh off of 2 wins yesterday in the Invitational, taking on UC Davis. They won that in 3 sets, and then they defeated Portland State in 5 sets. As we take a look at Utah Valley coach Otoa, his 21st season as the captain, the helming the Utah Valley ship, you could say. And on the other side, Coach Lanier, Beth Lanier, entering her 30th season as the Utah head coach. Fantastic record, 570 and 360. Historic program, lots of success up north. Utah Valley University sits down south from the University of Utah, about 45 miles or so, give or take. All smiles for Utah right now. Again, undefeated on the season, 6-0. And they've taken down, like we talked about pregame, Kaylee, some pretty tough teams.
Yeah, absolutely. To be able to start the season out with some big wins is good on them.
Berkeley Oblad with the first service for Utah. Saved by the Utes, kept in play. Blast by Utah Valley to get the scoring going.
Jasmine has been pretty automatic this tournament. It's been fun to watch her get in the groove.
Nutipui Vaha with the slam. 1-0 Wolverines. Christensen with the serve. And the Utes, nice little dump on the outside. And that's exactly what Danny Drews can do for you. Especially with that left hand. We talked about that in the pregame, Kaylee, how versatile that can be on that outside spot.
Absolutely. You don't see that a lot, so I think she's going to offer them some good options offensively.
And there's an ace by the Utes. Sage Kahaina Torres with the service. Utah Valley coming from the outside. They're going to count that one in. But initial referee thought that there might have been a touch. The back referee said it was in, so either way, point for the Wolverines. That one is in as well. Another strong outside hit connection. Danny Drew has shown she can really do it all.
Yeah, I think being a lefty, she can hit on the outside like she's been doing. And then on the right side, you normally see left-handers, and that's where she just hit from and did well.
The left-handed serve by Drews. And another ace.
Yeah, the name of the game is going to be serve and pass at any level of volleyball, but especially in college right now. You got to pass the tough serves to get the offense going.
The Utes with the 4-2 lead early in the first set, and Drews hits the net, which is something that always, it happens. Everybody's human, but that's very uncharacteristic for Danny Drews.
Yeah, it's a good break.
Now Utah Valley in the service. Jason Funk Stratton. This one hit right back over to Utah Valley. Utah Valley set with the 3 ball. Torres with that back set, and this one will be out, but then the side keeps it with Utah Valley. They reversed it, I beg your pardon. They announced that there was a touch off of Utah Valley, so it is Utah ball. The Utes up 5-3. And this one falls in for Utah Valley. Trying to have a team block set up, but this one fell straight down right in front of the Utes.
Yeah, I think what we're going to see is Utah keying in on Kazna on the outside, and so the setter in Utah Valley is going to have to do a good job of spreading the ball around offensively.
It's a hard smash by Oblak. 6-4 for the Utes. So we take another look at it. Berkeley Oblak gets up there. All 6'4" of her. Missed last year due to an injury. Had a promising career the year before. And Utah Valley on the other side smashes one home. Utah Valley trailing by 1 with the serve. Barely makes it over the net. And the dump by Sage Torres quickly puts the Utes back up on top by 2, 7-5.
That's a smart play to get the setter active early, keep the blockers and defenders on their toes. Now they have 4+ options, 3 hitters, back row, and the setter to take care of.
Utah Valley setting up the outside.
Good high hands.
Point awarded to Utah Valley.
That was a smart shot by Bailey.
Maddie Wardle serving for the Wolverines early on in the first set. A set up, and then Oblak again from the outside.
They've got to start serving a little bit tougher if they want to get Oblak out of the picture. Right now they're passing great, and that's allowing the middle to get involved, and they've got to start serving a little bit tougher to make them pass out of system.
Good dig by Oblak on the near side. And another left-hand smash by Drews. 9-6 Utes over the Wolverines. She has such long arms that she gets there, almost hangs in the air.
Yeah, she jumps well too.
This one goes just out of play. It'll be a point for the Utes. Berkeley Oblak with the serve for the Utes. Set up on the outside by Utah Valley. Another dig on the back row by the Utes. Kept alive by Utah Valley. Another dump over.
Very smart.
The 2 Utes. Drews and company trying to set up that team block. This one dumped right over for a point for the Wolverines.
Great coverage by UV on that block too. Right there.
Fantastic play by Kaylee Downs. Here's the service. Jenny Drews again on that outside. This one is not touched by Utah Valley. Just out of play. Utah Valley setting up on the outside. This one deflected off of Drews. Tried to get saved off of the scorer's table. But again, point for the Wolverines as they are 1 point away from tying this thing back up. Another good strong serve by Christensen. Torres trying to do it herself at the net. Outside now to Drews. Blocked by Utah Valley. Jasmine Nutsepuivaha. Good clean block by the Wolverines. All tied up at 10 in the first set. This one shanks off of Utah off the back row. Looked like Kenzie Kerber couldn't quite get her arms in the right position. And Coach Lanier is going to take a timeout. Utah Valley with their first lead here in the first set. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on UVU TV, the WAC Sports Digital Network, and YouTube, KSL.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Utah Valley right now early on in the first set with an 11-10 lead on top of the Utes. Utah Valley might not have the best looking numbers-wise start to their schedule, but if you take a look at number 9 against Marquette, number 16, Boise State, Idaho State, these aren't easy matches.
Not at all, and I think having a tough preseason can really play to your advantage. Getting some tough games in, try to figure out the kinks, play some good opponents, and then get back to, conference play after you've worked all those things out.
And again, on the other side for Utah, taking down number 30, St. Mary's, number 7, Kentucky, and then number 23, Cal Poly. And Coach Lanier is no stranger to setting up her team for success as well. Utah tied it back up, 1-1. Utah Valley keeping it alive with a rally. 3 ball on the outside. Utah still keeping it alive. Point goes to the Utes.
Saren, our libero, Utah Valley's libero, did a good job of getting in that hole with the block and digging that ball up. She needs to start reading better and doing that all game long.
Sage Kahaina Torres with the service.
Great pass.
Outside, this one down and in. Kazna Tarafiti, one of our key players for Utah Valley to take a look at. Tarafiti leads the WAC in kills with a total of 58 in 4 matches so far. And that number continues to rise. Utah Valley trying to catch what Utah's throwing at them. Torres again on the outside. Danny Drews just too strong on that
with
finish.
Authority.
(13-12), the Utes on top. And Drews, after that smash, goes back with the serve. Here comes the outside by Utah Valley in the back row. Another shot by Kazna Tarafiti.
That's a great conversion considering it wasn't a great pass by Kazna, but she was still able to do something with it.
Going cross court with it. Beats that Utah block that was set up at the net. And the Wolverines again with the service. Funk Stratton. And this one deflected off the Utah Valley out of play. Point Utah, 14-13. And Dorman, the libero, for her service. Trying to go against Tarafiti again. This time Utah says, okay, we've seen enough, and we'll go ahead and stop you this one time.
That's going to be the name of the game as far as their defense go, is find the hot hitter for UV, which is Kazna right now, and stop her, shut her down.
That was a tag team between Oblad and Kerber for Utah. Short serve, Utah Valley. This one out of play. Little miss hit by Megan Childs.
Utah Valley.
Dorman, another set. Kept alive by Torres, now on the near side. That was a smash on the outside. Utah Valley wins the point.
One thing I see Utah starting to do is they're serving to Kasna. They're going to make her pass and go hit when she's front row just to make her work a little harder, maybe tire her out, maybe have her think a little bit more. But I think that's a good game strategy.
Blocked by Utah Valley, kept alive by the Utes. Oblad at the net. Oblad touches the net. Point to the Wolverines. Tarafiti with the serve. Outside. Tipped up by Utah Valley. Setting up for the outside serve again. Hit the net. She had some open space on this side.
She wanted that angle. It just fell a little short.
As you can see right there from that angle, Christensen trying to go to her right side and just came up short on that net. Now serve for Utah. They're up 17-15. And this one blocked by Utah. And it looks like Coach Otoa is going to call a timeout. And we'll take another break as well. Utah Valley down by 3, 18-15 in the first set. We'll be back after this.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Coming out of the break, Coach Otoa talking with his squad as they trail 18-15 in this first set. You knew coming into this one, Kaylee, that it was going to be tough, emotional, physical, because that's how Utah plays. But when you were sitting here courtside like we are, you really don't get a feel on TV for how physical Utah is right now.
Yeah, they're just ripping out balls. They're swinging hard. They're jumping high. Those blocks, they're getting their hands way over. They're making it hard for, just like that, UVU's offense.
Kept alive by the Wolverines. Trying to save the point, and they do.
Answered back, very good.
Solid team effort by the Wolverines to keep it alive. And the finishing point by Bailey Christensen. Christensen with that block on the outside after it's kept alive by Saren Merrill. And that's what it's going to have to, that's what it's going to take against a team like Utah, or points like that, as we see another dig from Merrill.
Call those hustle points.
Weatherington trying to catch Utah Valley off guard. That one goes out of play.
Saren Merrill, the libero, has been doing a really good job of passing well. I think some of those unsung heroes of the volleyball team are the back row defenders, and Saren's one of those people.
Oblak gets blocked at the line. And Utah Valley ties it back up 18-18.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of getting on her, keying on her when she's front row. She was 2 for 2 to begin. She was hitting 1,000.
Merrill with the serve for Utah Valley. Going deep toward that Utah back line.
Again.
And again, another block at the front for Utah Valley.
They're looking for answers at this point. I would start to expect a tip or a shot, because right now swinging isn't giving them what they need. So I would start to see even the setter try and dump at this point.
Merrill going towards Danny Drews on the back. Weatherington smashing it, but then blocked by Utah Valley on the near side. Utah Valley with a little run of momentum.
That's got to feel good.
20-18, Wolverines on top, and their home crowd starting to get into it here as we approach that 25 number. Merrill a little bit short. Looks like Wetherington's going to come out for Utah.
Yeah, she was serving tough. She was going right after her, Wetherington. And I think that was a smart decision to keep pushing her. She's struggling offensively and starting to break down on her passing, too.
Megan Yet with the serve. And this one smashed in from the outside by Kahahaina Torres. Utah service yet again. There's a dump by Utah Valley, saved. And the Utes with the smash on the outside. Another dig by Merrill. Good rally by both teams so far. Utah Valley trying to finish it off, and this one not tipped too far. Point Utes. 21-20, Ute service. Set up again from that outside, team blocked by the Utes. Christensen trying to go up against just a little bit too much right now, and Utah, it's going to force Utah Valley to think about it. Utah Valley trails 22-20 as we take another look. Setting it up for Christensen on that outside, and Torres and company were right there.
Yeah, she really didn't have a lot to do. She had nowhere to go, and so I think doing something like swinging high hands, she tried to tip last time, but they dug it up, so I think she was trying to muscle it through, but it's been a great net game, defensively and offensively on both sides. It's been fun to watch thus far.
So far in this tournament, again, we made mention Utah is 6-0, and they were three straight set victories against UC Davis and Portland State. Utah Valley, on the other hand, had a very quick match yesterday afternoon with UC Davis, and then coming right back for the nightcap against Portland State, another 5-setter. We know volleyball is not a quick and easy game. It's a long marathon of a game. But when you're in it in the first set against a rival like this, and you're only down by 2 at this point, what would you be telling your team?
I just think, you know, from coaching and being in situations where I've had teams in this situation, just stay focused, execute your own game plan. You know, you've scouted them, you know what could potentially happen, but more than anything, just take care of the ball on your side. And there's a lot of game left to play. I mean, they still have 3 points to get, and that's a lot could happen in those 3 points before this set is over.
Megan Yet looking to her sideline for coaching. And Megan Yet just goes straight out.
Big break.
Utah Valley didn't buy the bait. Another change. A couple more players added on by Coach Atoya. Maddie Wardle with the service for the Wolverines. Danny Drews, haven't called her name in a while. Rises and smashes on that left side.
Yeah, that was a great set all the way out to the pin. All the way out, she gets a good line. Yeah, great execution.
Oblad going back line against Utah Valley. Now Utah Valley trying to come back at him. Kept alive by the Wolverines. But they're going to say interference against the net, point for the Utes.
So they called it actually 4 touches. When Bailey went up to hit it, it didn't clear the net. And they continued to play it where they thought the block touched it. So point goes to Utah.
And that's why we pay you the big bucks.
So I'm here.
And there's an ace by Oblad. And that'll seal the first set. 25-21, Utah takes the first. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back to get ready for the second set here at Lockhart Arena on Utah Valley University campus.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Welcome back to Lockhart Arena. Brandon Crow alongside Kaylee Doxey. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday. Utah Valley and University of Utah through the first set. Utah took that first one. 25-21 was the score. You saw Utah with a 13-10 lead in kills. What stat stands out the most to you?
So I think actually the blocks, like I was talking about defensively with the net play, that 12-6 would be block assists. So total team blocks, UV has 6, Utah has 3, and I think that's huge to have 6 blocks in one set. Really sets the stage for your defense. Hitting percentage-wise, though, Utah Valley started to break down a little bit, only hitting .061 to Utah's .207.
And speaking of blocks, coming out of this, Berkeley Oblad came into this match with 395 career blocks after missing all of last year. And there's only 13 players in University of Utah volleyball history that are in the 400 block club. And so she had 3 in that first, as you take a good look at it right there. So she's 2 away from joining
the
400 club.
That's a great feat.
And again, after missing all of last year. You know, Coach Lanier and her peers speak so highly of her. She was greatly missed on last year's squad, but it's a fresh start here in the second set. Berkeley Oblad, too strong. Point Utah to start it off, Utah Valley.
I like that they're running the slide right away. Go after a big play like that, try and get something going to spread your offense.
Utah Valley again in their home white and green. Maddie Wardle with the serve. Kept alive somehow by Drews. And Christensen blocked right over at the scores table. Nice save, Ben. Our sideline statistician over here. Saved my face. I appreciate that.
It's too pretty. We got to save that face.
There's a reason why you can't see my face right now. Wardle with the serve. And that one too strong on the back. Point Wolverines.
Went after it again. Let's see if they do it again. Third time's a charm.
Wardle. Good block by the Wolverines. Utah setting up something else. Another hit into the net.
Sometimes those seemingly easy balls over aren't so easy.
Yeah, I'm sure Kanza Tarafiti would like to have that one back.
Every time. Bailey had a great pass. They couldn't convert on the slide, though, and it goes out. So I think they continue to try running that slide to spread the offense, but you can only do that with a good pass like Bailey had.
Ute service, an ace by the Utes. Berkeley Oblad. Three all tied up early on in the second set. Oblad again. On the near side, Christensen smashes one in for Utah Valley. Too hot to handle for the Utes.
There's a little hole in the block, and she took advantage of it.
Christensen's going to ride that momentum to the back line for Utah Valley serve. And a reverse dump from Sage Kahaina-Torres in the early stages of the second set.
Yeah, she's been very effective so far.
She hit him with the no-look. Right in the perfect spot.
Perfect spot.
All tied up at 4s is Kahaina-Torres with the serve. Utah Valley on the backside. Point Wolverines. Jasmine Nutapuivaha with the serve for the Wolverines. And it works. Looked like they had some funky rotation on it. The back line for Utah couldn't dig it out as much as they would hope. As we take a look at it, it kind of dies like a knuckleball. And then
it's a great float serve.
Utes couldn't do anything about it. Danny Drews with the serve for the Utes. Utah Valley still with the 6-5 lead early in the second set. Tarafiti for Utah Valley, kept alive by the Utes. Now Danny Drews winds up and smashes from the 10-foot line.
Having a back row option like Danny, she gets up.
Safe to say she could probably dunk. And right on the other side, Utah using that momentum to get another point off of that serve. 7-6 Utes in the second set. Drews again with that left hand from the back line. Outside hit by Utah Valley, kept alive by the Utes. Tarafiti. Now Merrill for Utah Valley, keeping it alive. Off the top of the net for the Wolverines. Weatherington, a hammer. Kept alive by the Wolverines again. Tarafiti blocked. Utah Valley trying to win the point. Team blocked again by Utah. Kept alive by the Wolverines. Tarafiti blocked again. Kept alive again. Smashed home by the Utes. Kenzie Kerber.
That coverage off of the blocks was what saved both teams. Both teams had blocks, both teams had to cover. Saren did a great job of playing defense, and then Utah was able to put it away.
Longest rally of the whole match so far. Nice dump play by the Wolverines. Finding the hole and putting the ball where they're not.
Hey, a kill is a kill is a kill, no matter how you get it.
Change of personnel for Otoya. Jason Funk Stratton with the serve. And this one is in on the back line for the Utes. Dorman with the serve, the libero from the back line in the black and red jersey. Right-handed serve goes over the net. Here's Utah Valley trying to do that slide on that side. They're successful.
Yeah, they're trying to open it up. They had Kazna front row, who's now going back row to serve. So they're trying to get the blockers to go both ways and not just dedicate on the outside hitter.
It's a great set by Funk Stratton, going opposite way. This one, a little too much mustard on it. Outside could not contain it for Utah Valley. Point for the Utes. Kenzie Kerber will go back. Make sure her ponytail is nice and straight before she serves. Can't have that hair flying in your face. Christensen deflected off of Utah. Weatherington.
Just out.
Too far.
She gets up and just swings. I love that attitude.
Utah Valley libero Saren Merrill, who's had quite a bit of success early in this with the first set, especially serving. Loses that one to the Utes, however.
Not a whole lot you can do about some hits like this. She just connects, and you just applaud her.
Smashed by Drews.
That's, you know, if you're going to serve and you give your team an overpass, you have to put that ball away, and she did exactly what she's supposed to do.
Utah Valley trying to get some momentum back. And they do.
Yeah. She hasn't had a great pass, and that's what we're going to have to start seeing in Utah Valley is they've got to pick up their passing to make the offense work.
Sarah Merrill trying to encourage her teammates, especially the fresh ones that just came in. That's what you want to see from a libero.
I coached Saren when she was 14 years old, and she was so fun. Great leader, high energy, smallest one out there, but man, she could hang with anyone.
Meanwhile, just an average day at the office for Danny Drews. Another smash for the Utes. Oblad serve. Won by the Wolverines. 13-11 now. Utah Valley trailing by 2 in the second set. If you're just now joining us, Utah took the first set 25-21. Wolverines clawing their way to stay within striking distance here in the second. This one hits the net and falls over. You'll take it, right?
Take it every time, you know, and if that could be coached, yeah, if we could coach that, you'd have a winning team.
If there was a YouTube drill on how you can perfectly line that up, I'm sure that'd be the highest YouTube of all time.
Yeah. It's a good opportunity for you to use this ball. And they do.
With the rise and smash from the outside.
You get a free ball like that from a good team like Utah, you better put it away.
Tarafiti with her dagger kills that into the ground. Christensen for the serve for Utah Valley, all tied up at 13s. And this one just inside. Danny Drews given another different aspect of her skill set offensively.
Yeah, that was super smart. She went in as if she was going to tip, so Maddie, the setter, scooted up to get that tip, but then she went deep line.
Kahaina Torres with the serve. A rise and smash by Utah Valley, and Drews with the left hand. Nice dig by the Wolverines. Tarafiti gets the tip off of Utah, kept alive miraculously. Strong play by the Utes. Wolverines trying to finish. This one tipped out, point Utah Valley. (14-14). This one blocked and kept in. Point for the Utes. Kenzie Kerber. And Weatherington will check back in for the Utes. Danny Drews goes back with that left-handed serve. Hits the back line of the Wolverines. That was an absolute bullet.
That's a great swing by her. Great connection with the setter.
Hampson rises, puts that one home. Excuse me, that was Kristen Bell. Puts that one home, and there was really nothing that Dorman could do. Hit her right in the chest. This was going to be too strong for Utah Valley, and the Utes retake the lead 16-15. Dorman with the serve.
It's a good break for Utah Valley.
The infraction gives Utah Valley another point, another opportunity to serve, and ties it back up in the second set, 16-16. Kuznetsarafiti with the serve for the Wolverines. Oblad with the exclamation point.
Just having her way.
There's not much you can do here. Torres with the nice set right in the wheelhouse of Oblad, who puts it home. Three ball by the Wolverines. Kahina Torres, and again to Oblad. A little shuffle to her right side, rises and finds the crease.
Let's go Utah Valley.
So you've got the setter front row, and you've got the outside with Oblad. You've got Wetherington and Oblad. And I think at this point, Utah Valley needs to start capitalizing and keying in more on Oblad.
We'll take a quick break, catch our breath, and get ready for the rest of the second set right after this.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Coach Otoa trying to coach up his squad as they trail 18-16 in the second set. Not gonna lie, Kaylee, that Costa Vida commercial with that fresh burrito looked pretty good here in the second set. I know volleyball and eating in the middle of a match is frowned upon.
On most occasions.
But Utah Valley trying to ride the wave of their own, trying to get back in this game, and they win a point. 18-17, Wolverines with the serve. Saren Merrill will do the honors. That ball absolutely died. It was trouble for Utah. Wolverines trying to win it back. Danny Drews, again, finding the hole. Three Utah Valley players diving, couldn't get to it.
It's a smart shot. Coming in from back row and then just placing it short like that.
Perfect placement, almost in unison. Utah Valley couldn't catch up to it. 19-17, Utah on top by 2. Tarafiti kept alive. Merrill, now Christensen. Utah, Kahina Torres. You can't teach that.
She's got a hammer.
20-17. We'll stay here for this little break as the coaches try and think this one over and talk about what they're seeing right now. Getting down that outside, Danny Drews, AKA Thor, with that left side hammer.
She's got great vision. She has a little bit of line, and that's when her left hand comes in handy, no pun intended. But taking that line is a great shot for her.
When you're going in the air, do you know where you're going to be hitting your ball, or is it almost right as you see it?
No, most of the time, yeah, in the air you need to look at the block and see where hands are, you know, keeping the ball in front of you so you can do that. But you also know sometimes blockers' tendencies, and sometimes you have to do what the set gives you as well.
That's what makes Danny Drews, the player like her, so versatile. Berkeley Oblad as well. is that they get so much elevation is that they almost, it seems like they have an extra advantage, or maybe like another second of being able to see what's going on, analyze, and then hit all in midair.
Yeah, and having vision like she does, just being, and the versatility to go wherever you want, line, angle, high hands, all of that. It's a whole number of things that allows her to be successful.
Coming out of that break, Utah service, Megan Yett. Wolverines trying to get a couple points back. And this one was won by the Utes. Tipped off that front line by Utah, thrown off the back line. Merrill couldn't catch up to it for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it's a tough ball. She tried to read that, and it got away from her.
Christensen from the outside, right into the net. 22-17, Utes over the Wolverines late in the second set. Little touch for the Wolverines. A group swat at the net against Drews. Drews going to try it again. This one blocked. It'll go out of play. Point for Utah.
At this point, Utah needs to get a couple good passes and get their offense going again. If anything, to get momentum to go into set 3. That could help.
23-18. More player personnel changes. Tori Dorius comes off for the Wolverines. Funk Stratton comes off. Now serving Maddie Wardle from that back line for the Wolverines. Ace by the Wolverines. 23-19. 19 serving 23. Too far on the outside. 3 straight points for Utah Valley.
It's a good serve, taking them out of system. Can't do much.
Wardle starting to heat up from that back row for the Wolverines. Drews again sees an opportunity and puts the ball right where nobody isn't.
That's a smart tip for her to do, because Maddie just served. And so most often she's serving and she's all the way back behind the line. She has to run up and get that ball.
Takes a deflection, 25-20. And Utah wins second set as they take the first 2. Strong finish by the Utes. Stave off that Utah Valley comeback. Quick little rally, about 4 points in total for the Wolverines toward there. We'll take a break and be back with the third set after this.
The latest from KSL5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Did you know that over 43 million Americans struggle with mental health problems annually?
43 million.
That's 1 in 5 adults.
Did you know that there's 1 death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes?
Did you know that suicide takes the lives of over 40,000 Americans each year?
Over 40,000 mothers,
Fathers,
daughters,
sons, brothers,
sisters, and friends. Did you know that you can help reverse this trend? If you or someone you know is struggling with mental illness, don't keep it to yourself.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
The University of Utah faithful traveled down I-15, and they are sitting very comfortably. You see some smiles there from the red folks out there as their team takes a 2-0 lead heading into this third set. As we take a look back, however, on that second set, some numbers to break down here for you. And since Kaylee is a lot smarter than I am, we're going to have her explain herself. And what really stands out to you when you take a look at this? You made mention that there's some very impressive numbers that stick out to you for Utah.
Just the hitting percentage that we're seeing from Utah. 306 on the match. But I just want to point out Danny Drews. She's got 15 kills on 2 sets alone. And she's hitting 500, which is really, really good for an outside hitter with as many attempts as she's gotten. And then you also have Kenzie Korber. She's got 9 kills, and she's also hitting 533. So you've got some hitters for Utah that are holding it down for them. And if they continue to do that, UVU's got to step up their defense and continue to block like they did in set 1.
So in that case, from your perspective, what are the exact keys in this third set for Utah Valley not to get swept?
Get on their hitters, get on their hot hitters, get on Danny, capitalize on her, you know, with blockers, maybe dedicate a little bit more to her. But she's shown that she is smart enough to work around the block and tip and do shots. So keying on the offensive threats, and I want to see Utah Valley start passing a little bit better to get their offense going as well.
Now, you don't necessarily have a lot of time to pass. You only get 3 hits in total, obviously.
Right.
But how do you string momentum? How do you string along solid passing?
So I guess with just the serve receive, you want to get a good pass off the serve receive, that first initial pass, so you can run 3 hitters, your outside, your middle, or your right side, and leave the blockers guessing where that ball is going, so you have a better chance of scoring.
Well, we'll see what Coach Atoya has in store for the Utes and for Coach Beth Lanier and her squad. And as we take a look, Utah a little bit relaxed, obviously, with the 2-0 lead here in this going into this third set. When you're winning, it's fun.
Feels good. Get comfortable. We did see Utah Valley come back from being down 2 this tournament already.
Against Portland State, they lost the first 2, came back to win the next 3. Berkeley Oblad, and this one shoved right back in Utah's face to start the third set by the Wolverines. Looked like Jasmine Nutsepuivaha won that joust at the net. Danny Drews right off of 2 Utah Valley players. And I didn't think it was possible, seeing from what we saw before, but I think the intensity and everything has been amped up even more for Utah.
Yeah, you can tell they're feeling good. The ball's going their way. They're getting good sets. They're getting good passes. They're playing defense well.
Too strong by Drews. Point for the Wolverines. Utah Valley 2, Utes. University of Utah 1. Point for the Utes. And Drews will go back to serve. Yet will step off. Zoe Weatherington will check back on. Kept alive. Merrill trying to get it over. She does. And smashed right into almost the hands of Utah Valley, like a cradle. Couldn't do anything about that. Big touch by Phoebe Grace.
I wouldn't be surprised if this serve goes to Kasna. She's had by far the most serve-receive attempts out of anyone this whole set. They're kind of keying on her.
And she says, you
Good
know
answer.
what?
Give it to me.
Give it to me and I'll do that right back at you.
Great pass, turns into a great hit. That's what we need more of.
Tarafiti from the outside, sees the hole, fires right there, top corner. Easy call for that back judge. Weatherington serve goes, receiving right back over the net. Tarafiti.
Ball handling error.
Utah Valley will take the point any way they can get it. And they go up 4-3 here in the third. Funk Stratton for the Wolverines with the serve. Some miscommunication looks like right now for Utah.
She's doing a good job. Jason's doing a good job of keying Weatherington as well. She seems to be struggling a little bit with passing, and they're going after her to make her pass and then go hit. Just make her work a little bit harder. It's been working out for Utah Valley.
Another serve by the Wolverines. Kept alive. Merrill up front, Tanafiti. Kept alive from the back for the Utes. There's Weatherington. Right back in her face. Ball high in the air. Drews from the back. Smashes it into the corner to win it for the Utes. Fantastic shot at that elevation from Drews. It hits that back portion of the court perfectly. Tarafiti, does she get a tip?
It's a great spot to go after.
Look from the backside. And Tarafiti gets it just to stay in the line. And Utah Valley can't get it to that one. Another strong outside hit by Kenzie Kerber.
She seems to like going angle towards our setter back row, and she's been pretty successful so far.
Kerber with 9 kills. Weatherington from the near side in Utah, and that one too far. Weatherington showing a little bit more frustration on her face, getting some encouragement from her teammates saying it's okay. Utah.
Yeah, on the match, she's actually hitting negative, so she seems to be struggling a little bit. I wonder if Beth's going to make any changes to that or just let her work through it since they're up.
And they go right back at her.
Sometimes it's good to leave a player in who seems to be struggling a little bit to work out some kinks and maybe get a little bit more confidence.
Weatherington wins that one for the Utes. And Coach Lanier says, okay, good job. Now take a break and rethink and refresh. And on the other side, the Wolverines trying to counterattack this Utes offense. Nice save by the University of Utah. Wolverines couldn't finish. Double touch.
Yeah, that's a ball handling error by Jaysa.
All tied up at 7. Merrill. Tadafiti. Drews from the near side. Goes over the head of Merrill on the back line. Point for the Wolverines.
She can be on my dodgeball team.
Did you ever play dodgeball in practice?
You bet.
It helps with some agility, I'm sure.
Yes.
Kahaina Torres saves it for the Utes as it gets over, and Utah Valley trying to punctuate. Still saved in the air by Drews. Joust at the net. Utah Valley trying to scratch away a point. Instead, Utah would come away with it.
I've been really impressed by Utah setter Sage, and I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name, but she's been excellent offensively, defensively. She swings, she dumps, she's smart, she's moving it around. She's doing a really good job.
Oblad with the serve for the Utes. She takes it right in the chest from the other side. Utah Valley 9. University of Utah 8. Tadafiti. Bailey Christensen with the serve for the Wolverines. And that goes right into the net. 9-9 in the third. And a substitution. Player personnel change by Atoa. Kristen Bell comes in. Tadafiti, Kahaina Torres keep it alive for the for the Utes. The Wolverines do keep it alive, however. Tadafiti trying to keep it in. Too strong with that rainbow arc on the back. Sage Kahaina Torres with the serve for the Utes. Merrill with a nice dig. That was almost a textbook bump set spike there. And that one is in on the back corner for the Utes. Kerber again from her right side of the court. And that's going to force Coach Atoa to take a break and think about things.
She's eating that angle up. She's loving going angle. I haven't seen her get a line kill in a long time, if not ever this match. I would think you get your blockers in the angle to stop that.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the rest of this third set right after this on UVU TV.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Welcome back to Lockhart Arena. Utah Valley trailing in the third set, 9-11. They keep this one alive, however. Utah and Danny Drews right into the nets. Utah Valley 10, Utah 11. She's human.
She is human. That's a good break, kind of uncharacteristic from her, but at this point, Wolverines will take it as they can get it.
And Danny Drews says, you know what? I'll regroup and do it again on the other side. So Wetherington gets another boost of confidence from coach. Back into the match. Utah on top of the Wolverines of Utah Valley, 12-10. Wolverines trying to come back. Tadafiti blocked, kept alive by the Wolverines. Smashed home on the outside. Tori Dorius.
That's a great angle swing. She didn't have much of an approach to see her just get up and swing hard angles. It's good to see that. Just 2 steps. Very nice.
Tori Dorius wins it for Utah Valley. Kerber, too strong.
Angle again.
And Berkeley Oblad checks back in for the Utes. As Bree Dorman will serve with a 13-11 lead in the 3rd set for the University of Utah. Outside for Tadafiti. Kept alive nicely by Drews, setting up Weatherington. Another diving save in the back by Merrill. Tadafiti now in Utah's hands. Berkeley Oblad wins it. Bree Dorman. Great shot, great kill by Sadie Hampson.
It's a good slide. I believe that's her 2nd slide kill. She's got a hole in that block, uses it.
Right in between Weatherington and Oblad. 3 steps, got her momentum, found her crease, and did the job. Kerber with the touch. Nice set by the Wolverines. Back line, saved by Dorman. Kept alive from the back again by Tadafiti. Zoe Weatherington wins it for Utah. 15-12.
She just muscled her way through that one. Worked out for her.
Kenzie Kerber with the 15-12 lead for the Utes with the left-hand jump serve. Now Christensen smacks it home for the Wolverines. It's been a while since we've seen that from her.
Yeah, that was a smart swing from her too. She had Oblad in the middle, and she had Sage on the outside of her, and she used Sage, the shorter blocker. She just went after her. Ended up getting a touch out.
Sarah Merrill for the Wolverines. Berkeley Oblad. Merrill tried to save it, couldn't. Megan Yett comes in to serve. Coach Beth Lanier likes the way that Yett serves. An unlucky touch by the Wolverines.
Looked like there was a bit of miscommunication, which happens. It's just part of the game, but at this point, being down 4, UV's got to tighten up a little bit. Start talking a little bit more.
And speaking of talking, Coach Toe is going to call a timeout to try and talk it over with his squad. They trail 13-17 late in the 3rd. We'll be right back after this on UVU TV.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Welcome back to Lockhart Arena. Brandon Crow alongside Kaylee Doxey. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Saturday. Utah and Utah Valley in the 3rd set. The Utes on top, 17 to now 14 as Utah Valley wins that one back. Utah took the 1st set, 25-21, and the 2nd set, 25-20. Utah Valley trying to stage a comeback. Down by 3. Maddie Wardle with the serve for the Wolverines. Kahaina Torres on the near side. Danny Drews, that's been the winning combination.
That puts her at 19 kills for the match this far, which is a great average.
Just an average day.
Average day.
In the gym.
Playing some ball.
Dorius. Now Danny Drews. Kept alive by Tadafiti. Dorius didn't get enough spin on it to hit that back corner.
Yeah, she's trying to be aggressive, which is good at this point. You got to be aggressive with a team like Utah, but a little too aggressive.
19-14, Utah with the serve. Reached over the net, the Wolverines did. Berkeley Oblat with the save. The serve. Another slide this side, kept alive by the Utes. Danny Drews, kept alive again by Utah Valley. Wolverines working on something as Christensen trying to dump this one off with their left hand. Couldn't finish it. Phoebe Grace and company for Utah put that one back on the floor. 21-14. The Utes are up by a touchdown. A laser toward that back row by the Wolverines. Megan Yett couldn't handle it. Bounced right off. Another smash by Jasa Funk-Stratton. And Christensen with the serve for the Wolverines, 15-21. Sarah Merrill, nice dig. Tadafiti gets it over for the Utah Valley. Wolverines. Danny Drews gonna try all different styles to get it over. It finally does. $15-22.
She's got a toolbox full of tools, and I think she's used about every single one of them this game.
That we know of.
That we know of.
There's
she
always
could have more.
There's always a secret compartment in the toolbox with stuff hidden at the bottom.
She's saving that.
Lots of explosion at the net, and you can see the look on Kenzie Kerber's face knowing what she did.
Yeah.
And she probably smacks her head.
No poker face on that one.
$16-22, Utah Valley with the serve. This one deflected at the line, will go out of play. Point for the Utes. 23-16 now. Danny Drews. Who else would you have in this situation to be serving possibly for the whole match? This one goes right over, smacked straight down by Phoebe Grace.
And that one she didn't smack. Feeling good about that.
Now match point for the Utes. Danny Drews with the serve. And comes up short. The anticipation, the drama continues.
That's one of the cardinal sins of volleyball. You don't miss your first serve, and you don't miss the last serve of the game.
Jasa Funk-Stratton trying to keep Utah Valley's hopes alive. Tadafiti, nice touch on the outside, catching that back line of Utah off guard.
Jasa's a good person to have serving right now. She went for 10 in a row yesterday, and I think she's doing good at going down the line right now for serving.
Funk-Stratton hits Weatherington for Utah on the near side. Kerber dug out by Utah Valley. Now Tadafiti, too strong on the far side. And that's the winning point for the Utes, 25-18 in the third set to close it off. University of Utah improves to 7-0, undefeated on the season so far. And Utah Valley, after taking the win against UC Davis and the win against Portland State, falls to their in-state rival in 3 straight sets. And I know it's early on in the season. Coach Atoa likes to put his team in situations where they can learn and grow, even if it is through a loss. But like we take a look at that schedule, playing difficult teams is only going to make them better when it comes conference time.
Yeah, absolutely. And meeting a team like Utah right now and BYU previously, it gives them good opportunities to see systems, try and get in system, work out kinks, see good servers. Because in practice, you're practicing against your teammates, and you see the same serves every day. You see, the same type of defense. So playing tough teams like this is a good opportunity to get in some situations, pressure situations. So hopefully they learn from some things like this, games like this, and they can turn around and get better.
For all of our hardworking staff and crew, for Kaylee Doxey, I'm Brandon Crowe saying so long and good night from Orem, Utah.